you so much. Thank you, Pastor Jackson. Thank you, Bishop Benjamin. Thank you, Bob, Mary Beth, all of our speakers. Is that a job we're looking like Frankie Beverly still? All right. Let us vote. You know, it's something because the same people who got into office through the voting apparatus now want to hinder you and me from voting. What kind of hypocrisy is that? Friends, I often tell this story about Ben Franklin after the Constitutional Convention. A lady by the name of Mrs. Powell walked up to him and said, "Well, Ben, what do we have? A republic or a monarchy?" Old Ben looked at Mrs. Powell and said, "We have a republic if you can keep it." How do we keep our republic? We keep our republic by voting, but after we cast our vote, we have to hold our elected officials accountable. We're holding them accountable today, but it doesn't stop here. This is beyond Republican and Democratic. Hope you're a Democrat, but that's all right. We love you anyway. We love you anyway. This is about upholding the principles of a representative democracy. We can't allow other people to take control of the narrative and dissuade us from the real issues. This is about principalities and powers being afraid of a new Congress and a president who is making change. This is about an old guard who are deeply concerned about health care. We passed health care legislation. This is about an old guard who still wants to help the Wall Street fat cats. Well, guess what? We passed Wall Street regulatory reform. This is about folks who want to see our economy go down and down, all in the name of discrediting our president and Congress and locally elected officials. Well, guess what? We have a stimulus that has helped put Hoosiers back to work. We have a stimulus that is getting our country back on track. And it's funny, the same people who voted against the stimulus are the first ones at the ribbon cuttings. We've got to stop that. I'm telling you now that 2010 is just as important, if not more important, than 2008. Why is that? It's because a president is only as influential and powerful as his or her Congress. We need to solidify and strengthen our locally elected officials. And more than that, you need to keep a member in Congress who's brought in over $80 million in just 2 years. After we vote, we need more of us to become precinct committee men and women. We need more of us to become ward chairs and city council members and mayors and governors and members of Congress. Not the 7th yet, but members of Congress. And it starts by exercising our right to vote. And after we vote, we hold those elected officials accountable for their actions and deeds. So don't let people get off the hook now that they're in office and now they get the benefits of being in office by trying to stop you and me from voting. We're going to hold them accountable, and if we have to go to their offices personally, we will do it. Let us vote.
Well, you all will be the final speakers this afternoon.